sunny Southern California and Champion Soccer Stadium in Irvine, California for tonight's matchup, brought to you by Renaissance Club Sport between Orange County Soccer Club and the Swope Park Rangers. Second meeting between the two sides this season. Both of them played on Wednesday. They both drew their matches in an important match tonight. I'm Pete Pranica, joined by former Manchester United keeper Gary Bailey. Gary, the importance of this match, particularly for Swope Park, is evident when you look at the Western table.
Absolutely. Swope Park in that last position for the playoffs. They need to get points tonight. They've been on the road. Their last final 11 games, 8 of them are at home. So any points on the road are welcome. Comparing that to Orange County, look at that second position. Great chance of finishing top 4 and getting those absolutely vital home games in the playoffs.
Well, and Orange County loves to play on their home pitch. They have been so strong at home, and they want to bank points because rest of the way, 6 of their final 11 will be on the road, but 5 wins, 4 draws at home.
Yeah, fantastic goal there by Quinn, Aidan Quinn. But if you look at them, they've got the most goals scored, Orange County, the least conceded, and the biggest differential. They are top in virtually every sphere of soccer, and one of them is they score from all sorts of different positions. So we saw Aidan Quinn the scoring there, but the man who really seems to pop up more often than not is Thomas Enevoldsen.
Yes, our Shire player to watch tonight. Thomas Enevoldsen tied for first in goal scoring in USL play. So very crafty.
Yeah, very brave as well there. Thought he was going to get hit by the keeper, but still got the ball down. Former Danish international with 14 caps for his country. Huge amount of experience. And you'll see here, he gets a second, takes that second. Nobody closes him down. He uses it to his advantage to steady the ball and smash it into the back of the net.
Very, very crafty. He had one of the 2 goals for Orange County in their draw with T2 on Wednesday afternoon. Meanwhile, for Swope Park, well, as great as Orange County is at home, Swope Park struggles on the road, and it really all started here with this road loss at Fresno back in June.
Yeah, they got hammered 4-1 on this particular day. Their record is 4-5-4 on the road, so not great. But as I was saying, 8 of their final 11 matches will be at home, and they're strong at home, 5-1-2. So as long as they keep picking up a few points here and there on the road, they can set themselves up for a good finish at home towards the end of the season.
Biggest struggle for them has been putting the ball in the back of the net. Only 3 goals in the last 5 matches. They will try to rectify that tonight as they take on Orange County. When we come back, the starting lineups and the opening kick. Orange County and the Swope Park Rangers. It's all yours next.
New Canada Dry Ginger Ale and Lemonade. The perfect blend of real ginger taste with a splash of real juice. Are you ready to taste Nirvana?
Hey, honey! Do we want to taste Nirvana?
Yeah, sure.
How long have you been sitting in my yard?
Since Tuesday. Try New Canada Dry Ginger Ale and Lemonade.
Well, sunny evening in Southern California, Orange County, and the Swope Park Rangers about to kick off. Let's get the starting lineups first for visiting Swope Park. They will line up this way. Colton Storm, a team-high 5 assists and 2 goals. Christian Herrera will be the keeper tonight for Swope Park. For Orange County, their lineup will look like this. Casey Byers gets the start in goal, and Aiden Quinn has been quite a roll. Team-high 8 assists and also 5 goals as well. Tonight's starting 11 brought to you by Subaru Orange Coast.
Yeah, it's a nice lineup there, 4-1-4-1, and quite a few changes in defense, by the way. 3 of those 4 didn't play last match out. So Joe Amico comes in, Alex Granale and Josh Heufeld. So a couple of changes in the back along with the goalkeeper. So when you change 3 of your back 4 and the keeper, it's going to be a testing one for Orange County. But up front, Michael Seaton, what a beast he is, big and strong. Thomas Inivoltsen, we mentioned him already, how he can score. And I love Mats Björman and Aiden Quinn just behind. And looking forward to seeing Darwin Jones. He's stepping in to get a match tonight.
Getting a look at the benches for Orange County. Braden Cloutier in his first year as head coach after 3 years as an assistant. Second meeting between these two teams. First meeting was all Orange County. And we are underway. Orange County in the dark kits, and Swope Park with the white shirts and the orange shorts. Samantha Martinez is our referee tonight. Both these teams coming off of draws, and Gary, both of them played on Wednesday. Orange County, a midday match in which they got off to a fairly slow start against Portland Timbers 2. In fact, down 2-0 at intermission, but they were able to pull back and earn a 2-2 draw.
Yeah, both coming off draws, but obviously 2 different types of form. Orange County in great form, unbeaten in 4, 2 wins, 2 draws. Swope Park Rangers, 5 games without a win. So different levels of confidence. And you've got to feel Orange County at home, and especially if they push early on, they could give Swope Park Rangers all sorts of problems.
Swope Park, a 1-1 draw with Galaxy 2. And a foul given there. As we get a look at Chris Martinez. He is coaching tonight. Paulo Nagamura, the head coach, was sent off in the waning moments of that match with Galaxy 2, as was Haji Berry.
Yep, yeah, it was all over a penalty, which in the end got saved. But yeah, the coach got a little bit too upset, and there was some criticism of the referee throughout the course of that match. But I guess as a coach, you've got to just try and keep control. Easier said than done.
There is always going to be criticism of the referee.
It's Tyler Blackwood on that right-hand side. He's a very good overlapping sort of winger, comes in, pushes into the middle, quick and strong, 27 years of age. Played for Queen's Park Rangers back in England at one stage.
So Rangers and Rangers, easy to remember your team's nickname. And I would imagine, Gary, Swope Park comes out with a real sense of focus and energy. They know that they're going to have a favorable schedule the rest of the way. They know they've not played well at home, but all of a sudden you start to see your position on the table starting to slip. 3 points would be enormous for them.
It certainly would, but as we mentioned earlier on, they've conceded 35. That's the highest outside of the bottom 5. And that tells you clearly that you've got to keep it tight, so you've got to defend. And it's not always the defense that is at fault. Sometimes it can be attackers who don't come back and defend, who don't help out. So it's an issue they've got to solve. And against Orange County, away at Orange County, well, good luck solving that one.
Quinn with the takeaway there, finds Darwin Jones. Jones had been playing in Sweden after 2 seasons with the Seattle Sounders, and now playing for Orange County.
Yeah, 26 years of age, good experience, as you mentioned, abroad. The right sort of age to be at your peak, and it certainly is an Orange County side that has a lot more experience, one would think, than most of the Swope Park Rangers. Their back 4, Swope Park, are about an average age of 23, 24 if you include the goalkeeper. So it's a very young defensive unit for Swope.
Colton Storm with the throw, and it will be another Swope Park throw. Kevin Alston run this down. Throw for Orange County. Randy Hoffman, Christian Lara. Assisting Samantha Martinez tonight. David Gwynn is our fourth official. Ram Smith retreats to play for Swope Park. Early work for Christian Herrera. And that tracked by Alex Cronali.
Yeah, no pressure at all. Look at this. They can play around the back. It seems that Swope Park have decided, well, let them have it in their half and close them down just there, just past the halfway line.
Rebayan with a takeaway. Tyler Blackwood in the middle. Well played defensively there by Mats Bierman. And one in the air by Christian Duke for Orange County, but possession kept. Rebayan. Swope Park has just had such tremendous difficulty, Gary, getting the ball to the back of the net. What is going to be big and important for them tonight?
That's the biggest question to be asked in soccer. You know, when it comes to defending, you can always look at different tactics, different players, pushing up high. But when it comes to scoring, it's down to skill, opportunity, ability. And so Brian Rebayan's going to be under pressure to produce something special for his team tonight. And again, I'd mention Tyler Blackwood as somebody who, with a bit of pace and strength, can get in there and help. But they don't seem to have the same type of goal scorer as a Michael Seaton and a Thomas Enivolson. Those two, they can score goals match after match, and that's what you need in a team.
Patience on the part of Orange County here. Quinn. Well, we talk about what's important tonight, our synchronicity keys to the match, Gary.
Yeah, for OC, it's a fast start. They're playing well. They're second in the league. They're confident. They're scoring goals for fun. And Swope Park Rangers, we mentioned, it's got to be defense. You've got to keep the ball out the back of the net and give yourself a chance. When you're conceding 2, 3, and 4, which they did when these teams met a few weeks back, well, it's too big a fight. So, yeah, first things first in any team, keep the ball out the back of the net. Keep a clean sheet.
Which is not easily done against Orange County, a +21 goal differential. They have been very adept at finding the back of the net. But it's Swope Park on the attack at the moment. Blackwood. No turning opportunity there. Colton Storm. Intercepted by Alston, but then lost out of play off the boot of Bierman. And so a throw for Swope Park Rangers. As we check out our Hoag Orthopedic Institute injury report. And that's great for any manager to see. No injuries to report. And a collision there.
As you said, injuries. There's a tackle. Players go down. Referee doing a good job of just settling it all. But
and Mateus Silva being reminded to mind his manners by Samantha Martinez. Let's take a look at how that dust-up occurred. Tackle there.
Yeah, he looks to play it quickly and hits it into the back of the player, which it can be deemed to be looking for trouble, which is exactly the way that Orange County see it. A little bit of, hello, we're here to win points, we're not here to have fun. Bit of serious attitude.
Now you saw Christian Duke as that is headed wide. Christian Duke wearing a mask for Orange County, broken nose.
I think I remember doing that game and seeing that that smash in the face. Was a really bad broken nose, but he's a tough player. I mean, you've got to think if you're a soccer player that he might have to head the ball with a nose that was only broken a few weeks ago. That's not easy to do. And you might think twice about heading it, but I can guarantee you he'll get stuck in. Really tough player.
The adrenaline will take over, and you will make the challenge and go in the air as need be. Bierman playing wide, now Seaton. Seaton chips into the area. Quinn trying to run it down, but it will be a goal kick for Swope Park.
Great header by Seaton there to set that whole attack up, and then he tries the flick over the top. You can see him in the middle of your screen. Big, strong player, Jamaican, hard to mark. And if you let him get away from you through the middle, his pace, he'll get away from you and score goals. That's what makes him so dangerous.
Christian Herrera with the goal kick, 21-year-old keeper out of Las Cruces, New Mexico, making his third appearance for Swope Park.
Strange bit of turf in the near ground there. I'm not quite sure what they're using it for, but you can see that it's going to be difficult to play soccer as the turf changes from rough to smooth.
Yeah, it's well worn on that near side. It's played back by Dakota Barnathan. Intercepted by Orange County, but quickly giving it back. Tracked down by Pranali. Now intercepted by Blackwood, nearly intercepted by Blackwood, and then played back the other way. Neither team able to connect on a number of passes. Both of these teams in their most recent draws dominated possession. They're both coming away only with draws. Darwin Jones.
You were asking me a question just now about what can Swope Park Rangers do to be better defensively. Well, I think you can see what they're doing. They're staying very deep. They're keeping their entire team behind the ball, and they're playing in their own half, but they're denying Orange County space. Very clever, used in the World Cup by a number of teams to be defensively solid. Let's see if it works for Swope Park Rangers tonight.
Hoyvelt chasing it back to Casey Byers, 24-year-old keeper out of Washington, D.C., former Badger for the University of Wisconsin. It's played by Seaton, but dispossessed. And here comes Swope Park. Good ball for Blackwood. Blackwood flaring it out. Missed his initial connection. That shot saved by Byers.
Decent save from the goalkeeper, and poorly followed up by Swope Park Rangers, but it's some positivity going forward. Let's see if they can do more now.
Now this one into the area. Rebellion can't get anything accomplished. And a goal kick coming up for Orange County.
It's a little bit soft there going down, looking for the penalty. Referees have got to see a lot more before they give a penalty. They've got to see a trip coming up. But here's the save, and it's a decent shot. Keeper knocks it wide of trouble, and I don't know. I mean, there was a foot coming in afterwards, but hard to see enough there to give a penalty.
Kevin Alston was defending, but it was play on. That intended for Ennie Bolson. 12 goals on the season. 4 assists as well. 31 years of age. He's played in the Champions League. He's played the game at the highest level.
Yeah. Clever player. Good finisher. Great first touch. Reads the game well. Look at 31. He's just sort of reaching that point where you've got to work a little bit harder to get the body going. But what a wonderful player to have in your side if you're Orange County.
And again, to emphasize, both these teams on somewhat short rest. Both did play on Wednesday, so at least they're working from an equal footing in terms of their conditioning.
Yep, not easy. And always got to be taken into account that players can feel the effects 3-4 days later. So we'll see last 10-15 minutes how both teams shape up.
Blackwood, back heel attempted by Rebellion, and then taken away.
Seaton once again lays it off so well to Enevolson. Unfortunately, the Dane loses it, but Seaton, for me, top class player. When you look at Orange County, if you look at Seaton, Enevolson, Josh Hoyfeld, who played for Southampton and Celtic in Scotland and Norwich, you've got some really top players in terms of experience and ability.
Throw here for Swope Park. Off a Wednesday night draw against Galaxy 2. Haji Berry had them up a goal to nil in the 51st minute. Had 59% of the possession, but only were able to manage 3 shots. All of them were on target, and of course, one to the back of the net, but the Galaxy defense had them pretty well smothered as we approach our first quarter hour.
Look at this, playing the ball right up until the last third, and about now is when they start defending Swope Park.
Chip ahead for Enevolson, and not able to keep it in play. Goal kick for Herrera and Swope Park.
That was something, Peter, we saw a lot of in the World Cup, was this defending in the final third. And it cuts down space for the opposition, makes it very difficult for them. But what you have to do is get from defending in your third to pushing up, which Swope Park are doing now. That gets tiring, going from deep in your half all the way up and then getting back again. So it can tire teams out for the last 15, 20 minutes of the match.
And again, on relatively short rest, that could be a factor.
Absolutely, it could be. But nice to see that Swope Park are trying to solve their defensive problem, and they're coming up with a strategy. Whether it works, only time will tell.
In desperate need of points are the Rangers. Through ball here, Seaton. Seaton on it. Strike and a goal, Darwin Jones.
What a great strike there from Darwin Jones from a tight angle. It was Seaton who did the trouble, caused the trouble earlier on there. It caused mayhem in that defense. Ball comes loose to Darwin Jones. Hits it hard and low into the corner of the net. Orange County, as expected, 1 up.
Darwin Jones was added to the roster in July. As I said, he had been playing in Sweden, a native of Chicago, but raised in Seattle. And Seaton, as you alluded to earlier, Gary, can make things happen. He started the trouble, and then Jones finished it.
And he finished it so well, giving the keeper there, Chris Herrera, no real chance. Have a look at it from the keeper's angle, more or less. Keeper now closes the angle through his legs. So difficult to defend against. And now, as we've said for Swope Park Rangers, it was a difficult task when they arrived. It's even more difficult now.
Darwin Jones in the 16th minute. Orange County came into tonight's match plus 21 in goal differential, and that number going up at the moment. Important few minutes here, I think, for the Rangers, given their struggles on the road. And now you're down 1-0, and you're only 17 minutes into the match.
Yeah, 100%. You've got to keep cool. You've got to believe that you can get back into the game. And you haven't won for the last 5, so there's definitely doubts at the back of your mind. But this is where the coach has got to try and do whatever he can. Chris Martinez in for Paul Nagamura. And try and keep them positive from the bench. And obviously at half-time, try and lift their spirits. But not easy for Swope Park Rangers. And we spoke about it earlier on, Peter. If they lose this, they could drop out of the top 8.
So a sense of urgency has to be on the agenda for Swope Park. Finding themselves down a goal as we approach 18 minutes elapsed. That one settled by Blackwood. And a foul given, and a free kick coming up for Swope Park.
Yeah, in a dangerous position as well. It's a great position for someone with a right foot to bend it over the wall and give Casey Byers some work to do in that goal. There's the keeper lining up his wall, trying to get the second to last man in line with the ball. Then you put the last man, which in this case looks like it's Christian Duke, to force to sort of stop them being able to bend the ball round. So a little bit of geometry going on there with the keeper at the moment. In fact, it's Quinn who's going to be the last man on the wall.
Oh, and into the back of the net, through the wall. And just like that, Swope Park has leveled the issue at 1 apiece.
Well, I'm wanting to see what happened with the wall there. They should have had that. It seemed to go through the wall. Decently struck effort there and by Felipe Hernandez. But let's have a look at it again and see what happened. Question marks will be asked of the defense. Here it comes. What happens there? Well, it goes around the wall to the keeper's side. So ultimately the question mark there is, Casey Bayers, what were you doing? Did you have your angles right?
Hernandez's first goal of the year, a native of Colombia who now calls Nashville his home, has leveled the issue at 1 apiece. And we had just talked about the importance of the next few minutes for Swope Park and what their response would be. And off a set piece, they equalize.
Yeah, I'm sure Braden Cloutier will not be happy. You don't give away set pieces on the edge of your box. You know it's dangerous. You're trying to avoid doing anything. Just let the other team have the ball. Just stop them from turning. Instead, silly free kick given away. And Orange County have paid the price.
Bolton Storm playing it forward, connecting with Rebellon. Graham Smith playing it back to Herrera.
Bit more confidence now from Swope Park Rangers.
Yep. Chipped ahead, and Hernandez had a run and visions of a second goal.
Just looking at Casey Byers there with the ball, picking it up, but he's got to be asking questions of himself about his angles. That was his side of the goal the ball went in. Whether he thought it was coming over the wall and try to sneak across, I'm not sure, but that for me goes down as a goalkeeping error. Perhaps we'll see it again at some stage and we can have a closer look, but the wall looks after one half of the goal, the keeper the other, and it's the keeper's half of the goal where the ball went in.
4th goal conceded by Byers this year. This one chipped ahead, and coming forward to play it is Herrera.
Big keeper. Didn't struggle too much to come and catch that. What is he, about
6'6"?
6'6". That's a great size for a goalkeeper. Courtois, the Chelsea goalkeeper, is very close to 6'6", and he's almost unbeatable in the air.
Graham Smith taken to the ground. The whistle sounds. Foul on Orange County.
I was waiting to see what happened.
Last meeting between these two teams, it was all Orange County. 4-0, 4 different goal scorers. Let's get a look at Hernandez. Low and right into the corner.
Look at the keeper there, Byers, his head in his hands as he goes down. He knows it's his side of the goal. He knows it's his error. We were saying he was doing his geometry. Obviously, he got his angles wrong. Maybe math wasn't his strong point at school.
Orange County on the attack. That one turned aside. Anna Voltson with a knock away. That one crossed and out.
Yeah, it's a poor cross. In that situation, you want to try and, I mean, you've got enough bodies to aim for. You want to try and hit one of them. The ball going straight out of play is not the required outcome. Maybe they're worried that this 6'6" goalkeeper is going to come and catch anything you put in that box.
Good look at Herrera making his 3rd appearance this year for the Rangers. Duke and now Bierman for Orange County. Dispossessed. Deep ball. Chase Minter runs onto it. He looks for a crossing opportunity. Goes far post, headed away by Alston for Orange County. And nearly handled there by Bierman, but it will be a throw for Swope Park. Parker Marr with the distribution. That's sent in and then headed out. Potential for a counterattack and a takedown.
It's a yellow.
Chase Minter.
Yep, gets the card. You can't do that. You can do a lot of things, but putting players like that strongly back, it's going to get you a yellow almost every time. Now he's, as I say, walking on eggshells. He's got to be careful what he does. Let's have a look at it again. Ooh, but that's by the neck.
Play.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, a little tug on the jersey is one thing. A hand around the neck, have a look.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No, you're not going to get away with that.
Darwin Jones, the goal scorer for Orange County, was tugged down. You would imagine there would be a decent level of physicality and a sense of urgency, particularly from Swope Park, given what's at hand.
Yeah, I guess it's crucial for both sides. If you're Orange County, you want to keep winning and stay in that sort of top 3 or 4 for the playoffs, get the home draw. You never know what's going to happen. They've got, 6 of the last 11 away from home, Orange County. And they've got their fans who've come to see them win, so they're under pressure as well.
Enevoldsen. Duke chipped ahead for Enevoldsen. Behind him, headed away by Matt Lewis. And a counterattack now for Swope Park. Hernandez started a run. Minter holds. And patience now here by Swope Park, trying to build something offensively.
That's a bit of a waste of a pass. That wasn't even close to any of the Swope players.
Not well played. Darwin Jones with a goal in the 16th minute to give Orange County the 1-0 lead. Hernandez equalizes in the 19th minute with his second goal of the season.
It's been a nice start to the game. If you're a neutral, a goal from either side. Lots of positive play from both teams. Very enjoyable so far.
Foot race here. Seton will not win that. Storm. Long ball, headed and forcing Byers to come and play.
Canale just getting the touch there. I thought for a second the big centre back was going to miss it, but he gets a crucial touch to his keeper.
Tyler Blackwood, who leads the Rangers with 16 shots on target, was back there, and he had hopes to make something happen. Minter, marked by Jones. Now Marr. Wide for Storm, too wide as it turns out, and a throw for Orange County.
Nice crowd there, looking at them. They've had a night out. Did you say it was a special night?
Yes, the first annual Soccer and Brews Beer Fest. 20 craft breweries were involved.
Wow, good fun. Well, it seems to be a festive spirit there.
Good hydration.
It wouldn't help the players, that's for certain.
No.
By the way, that's Barnathan, 58 in midfield. He played in defence on Wednesday, I think it was, and certainly in previous matches, playing more as a defensive midfielder with Matt Lewis playing in the back four. We weren't quite sure how they were going to line up with Hadji Berry not playing, and they've chosen to play Chase Minter further wide out left where Hadji Berry normally plays.
That ball for Seton, tried to settle, but ended up losing it to Barnathan. And then played by Herrera. But possession to Orange County. Enevoldsen. Jones. Crafty move there, but dispossessed. Picked up by Silva. Headed back by Cornale. Blackwood. Blackwood still with it and forcing Byers to come up and smother it for Orange County.
Brave save by the keeper, diving at feet like that. You can get your head kicked off. And he was absolutely fearless there, Casey Byers. But it has been positive from Swope Park. We spoke earlier about they're struggling to score and even worse so, conceding too many. Well, yes, they have conceded, but they got themselves back in the match, and that's got to give their sort of stand-in coach, Chris Martinez, a lot of hope.
They had scored only 3 in the previous 5 matches after scoring 5 in a 2-match winning streak in late June and in early July. Darwin Jones runs onto this. Deep cross. Quinn finally runs it down for Orange County. Alston. Enevoldsen. And offside flag is up.
Yep, some neat play there from Orange County, but not able to break through. Seton, the man they were aiming for, but he was closely marked, made it difficult for him to control the ball. But at least they're pressing both sides, pushing forward, playing positive soccer. Great to watch.
Seton, 22 years of age, made his MLS debut at the age of 17. Previously with DC United and Portland in MLS. Duke in midfield. Beautiful ball there, through to Seton. Seton into the area. Seton, cross, trying to hit Bierman, and could not make the connection.
Wow, that was close. What a good ball across the face of the box there. Bierman waiting, and I think it was it Thomas Enevoldsen? They were both waiting in the box, and it was inches away from either of them making contact. Let's have a look at it again. Seton with the pass. There's one, and where's the other black shirt just in there? What an opportunity that was.
Blackwood plays now for Swope Park, and you see just how dangerous Orange County can be offensively. Very nearly a takeaway. The possession retained by the Rangers. That pass too deep. There'll be a throw for Orange County.
Very deep again are Swope. They're all behind the ball in their third of the pitch.
Marr goes down. A throw for Orange County as Duke plays it to Hoivelt. Quinn. And the offside flag is up. Hey fans, be sure to stop by your favorite local supermarket and pick up some red shell miso dressing, sesame soy dressing, and teriyaki sauce today. It's great on salads, sandwiches, pastas, your favorite meats, and as a dipping sauce. So give it a try. Or salad, please. It is entirely possible, Gary, these two teams could meet in the playoffs. That would not be the matchup if the playoffs started tonight, but they're in a relative area where it could be a playoff matchup, and it would be here in Orange County.
Yep, very, very possible. And as the keeper gathers that one. But bearing in mind that Orange County won 4-0 when they met a few weeks back, it would be a tough match for Swope Park. Unless they've improved a lot, Peter. I'm watching them now and thinking, well, maybe they have. Maybe they've got tighter defensively. Maybe they're a bit more positive going forward. This match will tell us a lot.
Yeah, it's the second match inside of a month's time between these two teams. Previous match was on July the 18th. I would have to imagine at this point, Swope Park has to be fairly pleased with the way the first 34 minutes and change have come off for them.
Yeah, I think they have. I think that they've defended well. Yes, they conceded 1 goal, but it was a really good strike from Darwin Jones. They've scored a good goal, and they've been positive. Look at them hustling, closing down, putting OC under pressure. So far, so good. But it's really over 90 minutes that you can only judge a game. They were 1-0 down to OC until the 71st minute and ended up losing 4-0. So the final 20 seem to be crucial as far as Swope Park are concerned.
Well, and as you identified earlier in the match, Gary, the defensive tactics for Swope Park may take a toll if they're packing themselves back in the back third defensively, a longer run than to the attacking third.
Absolutely. It's very difficult to get forward from that. You've got to be super fit. And whenever you're defending as they are now, there they are, everyone in their third of the pitch, you're chasing as they are right now.
Seaton out of the ball. He strikes. Ooh, but just off target. That was a beautiful setup.
Was a good strike for a second. I thought it had gone in. Let's have a look at it again. I was about to jump out of my seat. No, he just pulls it wide. You can see Chris Herrera going, not a threat, thank you very much. Poor shot in the end. Always like to see strikers at least make the goalkeeper work. Hit it on target. If the keeper makes a save, well, fair enough, but at least you've worked him.
And St. Louis 2-0 over Sounders 2. St. Louis going to be putting a little bit of pressure on Swope Park. Annie Voltson crosses, cleared away, but still kept in. Jones plays, marked by Marr. Crosses, Seaton trying to settle, then cleared away, but Orange County still with possession. Annie Voltson. Silva with the interception.
You see how far they have to get forward from here, Swope Park. They pick it up so deep in their own half. And here they are, they're still 30 yards away from goals.
Lofted for Rebellion. Silva. Rebellion. And Silva. And then very nearly intercepted by Seaton.
Beautiful surroundings with those mountains. I think if you're a visiting player, you could end up getting lost in the middle of the match, looking at the mountains and the view and the drummers and everyone having a party.
It is a beautiful vista in Orange County. Storm with the throw for Swope Park, trying to end a 5-match winless streak. Meanwhile, Orange County unbeaten in their last 4. They've drawn the last 2. The Timbers 2, with Timbers 2 and St. Louis after beating San Antonio, and the Rangers in consecutive matches. Giveaway, Hernandez, the goal scorer for Swope Park, had it momentarily. Annie Voltson dispossessed Silva there. Swope Park exhibiting a fair amount of patience.
Yeah, they are playing it nicely around the back. You see, one mistake puts you in all sorts of trouble when you play the ball around your back four. I'm always more comfortable playing it around in midfield, where you've got a chance to recover from any errors.
Quinn.
I guess from Swope Park Rangers' point of view, they're saying, well, it's 1-1. You want to win this game, you come and attack us, and we'll see if we can catch you on the counter-attack.
Hoivelt playing the long ball for Jones. Jones. No one on the end of that, and a throw coming up for the Rangers.
Yeah, it was a poor cross, far too deep, didn't give anyone in the box a chance. When you're going to cross the ball, you've got to have identified who you're aiming for. There's a couple of black shirts from OC in that box. You've got to get close to hitting them.
Nifty bit of handling there by Rebellon. We have yet to see a corner from either team. Pass intended for Hoivelt, off the mark. Herrera going for Storm. Bierman the takeaway.
Now it's OC's chance to play around at the back a little bit. We're seeing lots of football without anything specific happening, but it's often in these moments of where teams get lulled into this false sense of security. There's suddenly one good ball. Maybe this is it. Going to make a difference.
And the offside flag is up. And as you pointed out, Gary, this is a Swope Park side that has a tendency to concede goals, so maybe you do lull them, if you're Orange County, into a sense of complacency and take advantage of any mistake they may make.
Yeah, a lot of teams do that. They play the ball around and they sort of don't seem to be looking for a through ball, and suddenly one good ball puts you in all sorts of trouble. Some running repairs there.
For Matt Spearman.
But certainly, if anybody watching was expecting OC to, get another 4-0 comfortable win, it hasn't turned out like that in the first half anyway. Swope Park have really been positive, been tough to break down. Numbers behind the ball and level at this point.
Quinn finds Jones. And we have our first corner kick of the match. This was something that Orange County really struggled with on Wednesday. Huge advantage in corners over Timbers too, but never really got a quality chance off any set piece, let alone corners.
Look at enough big players there with Josh Hoivelt and Alex Cronale. Let's see what they do.
And Herrera at 6'6", able to get up there. That strike, and it's into the back of the net. Darwin Jones making life very miserable for Christian Herrera. I'm not sure if there was another boot that caught it on the way through, but again, Darwin Jones, who had the first goal of the match for Orange County, wow, is the man of the match to this point as he puts Orange County up 2-1.
I want to see that again because Herrera is playing so well. It can only be a deflection. Let's have a look. What happens? Oh yes, it comes off the big defender there and changes direction completely and fools the goalkeeper. He just gets a hand to it, but I think it came off Graham Smith. There's not much the goalkeeper you can do if the ball suddenly changes the flight, the direction of the flight.
1 minute of stoppage time will be added, and it's been the Darwin Jones show for Orange County. A takeaway. And here comes Jones again. And Quinn, very nearly tugged down. It will result in a corner kick. The Big Ones corner kick for Orange County. Corner kicks brought to you by Big Ones. dangerous moment here for Swope Park.
Well, you said they're not very good at corners, and let's see if they can improve with this one. No.
Herrera punches it out. Duke off the volley. And it will end up in the hands of Herrera. Again, 1 minute of stoppage time.
Just looking at that corner, you put it close to a 6'6" goalkeeper for the second time in a row. Surely there must be a better way of putting that corner in. Maybe go near post, look for the flick on, and try and avoid the big goalkeeper.
Darwin Jones, 2 goals, accounting for all of the Orange County scoring.
Well, he came in for Mark Segbers, and we set up front. Let's see what he can do. Let's see if he can make a name for himself today. I'm guessing he has done.
I would say so. And stoppage time is presented by Synchronicity. And just 1 minute of stoppage time here at the end of the first half. Casey Byers getting the start in goal for Orange County tonight. Allowed 1 off a free kick. And Herrera handles it.
Nice easy football from Swope Park out the back, but it doesn't really get you anywhere. It's nice to watch. It makes you feel comfortable on the ball, but the real action comes at the other end of the pitch. You need to get it up there at some stage, give your strikers a chance to get a breakthrough.
And haven't manufactured a real chance. Their only goal coming off that free kick, but in open play, not much. And there is our first half whistle. First half in the books at Champion Soccer Stadium, and Orange County trying to extend their unbeaten streak to 5 straight games and send Swope Park onto a 6-game winless streak. Hernandez, his second goal of the season, coming in the 19th moment, pulled us level. But then it was Darwin Jones in the 43rd minute to reassert a 1-goal advantage for Orange County. 26-year-old from Chicago, Illinois, pleased with his performance so far, but the job only half finished. We'll step aside and be back with halftime in a moment. 45 down here in Irvine, California. Orange County, a 2-1 lead over Swope Park.
At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you.
Halftime at Champion Stadium in Irvine, California, and Orange County Soccer Club a 2-1 lead over the Swope Park Rangers in the second and final meeting between these two teams, which at the moment both inside the top 8 in the Western Conference. Pete Pranica alongside former Manchester United goalkeeper Gary Bailey. And Gary, this was a match where I think Swope Park played well. You talk about it out of the back. Not a lot of shots created by Swope Park, and possession again favoring Orange County.
Yeah, it just favors Orange County, but you can see from the shots on goal, 5 for OC, only 2 for Swope Park. Rangers didn't get enough forward, didn't create chances. As you pointed out, the only goal coming from the set piece. Not enough creativity around the goal. And Brian Rebillon, when I saw him, he was playing more wide than he was as a center forward. So it's almost as if they're trying to get everyone behind the ball and defend and hope to get goals at the other end. Problem against OC is they're going to score goals, so you have to be more positive at some stage. Hopefully we'll see that in the second half.
It's almost a matter of picking your poison. Do you want to be great defensively, or do you want to give yourself an opportunity to score goals?
Yeah, absolutely. But if you're going to be good defensively and get numbers behind the ball, then you've got to hold the ball up at the other end, allow everyone to join you, and then be more direct. And that's the bit they can't get. They're not forcing Casey Byers into enough difficult saves.
Well, the Orange County supporters pleased with what they have seen through the first half of this match. Orange County up 2-1, back with more Subaru halftime in a moment.
What a goal! Sandoval with an incredible bicycle! How did that go in?
Nice through ball for Williams, he scores!
Takes it to the byline, squares it across, they score!
Dennis still on the move, showing great strength. Dennis lets it fly! Sensational from Aaron Dennis, he equalizes in the 72nd minute.
Chang inside to Sebastian Velasquez, shot and a goal! Sebastian Velasquez!
What did I tell you? That's the Monarchs game.
Cuts back to his left foot, he's gonna chip the keeper! Oh, an early goal! Sensational from Anthony Burke-Gilroy! Sounders on top in the 2nd minute.
Here, Rasmussen strikes on goal, and it's in the back of the net! Rasmussen has put OKC in front, 1-0. Here's Stroud in the 18, takes a shot and buries it far post at the start.
Point blank save!
Bonomo the touch, Fleming's the shot.
Quick run up, straight into Ferrigno. A shot, and what a save. Malcolm. Ball ricochets out in front, and a save by Cardoni.
Coffin leaves a shot, Serta knocks it down.
Long strike and a spectacular save by Restrepo.
Knocked away by Marcin Kowski.
Through. Could this be a chance for Fernando? Up by Kuzminski, again blocked by Kuzminski.
This will come to Dillon. Nice save again by McIntosh.
More pressure, right side. Shot taken, Mizell denies again.
Taylor with an effort, a good save. As Rasmussen will strike from a long way out, forcing a brilliant save.
Here's a shot, and what a save there from Tambakis.
Left-footed ball from Vukovic, curling there, header, and a save.
Bird into space, save.
Isaac Diaz, the shot, and the goal.
Into the 18, oh my!
One-time rip and a goal.
Here, Brody's inside the 18, Brody with a shot, and a goal.
USL News and Notes, regular season expansion. The schedule will remain at 34 games, but it will take place over 33 weeks. And a welcome to Chattanooga as a USL Division III founding member. And John Hackworth, the second head coach in club history for Louisville. Coming up, look at some of the big matches. Got Timbers 2 and Phoenix Rising, Tulsa Roughnecks and OKC Energy, and Real Monarchs and Reno 1868. Real Monarchs atop the table in the West.
Yeah, very, very impressive side. So too Phoenix Rising. Just wondering when Didier Drogba is going to get back and playing, but I love watching them play too. OKC and LA Galaxy 2. Sometimes you see from LA Galaxy 2 some really fantastic young kids who you know are going to be future stars.
So midweek soccer with Tulsa and Oklahoma City and Salt Lake City and Reno, and then on Thursday night the Galaxy 2. And on ESPN, Tampa Bay and Charleston, St. Louis, Sacramento, Phoenix Rising, as you referenced, one of the really strong sides taking on San Antonio, and then San Antonio back at home to take on Rio Grande Valley. And which of these is most intriguing to you, sir?
Well, I think they're all very, very good. There's some great sides there, but I just happen to like Phoenix Rising. I just enjoy the way they play, and if Didier does play, you're looking at one of the all-time great players. You've got a couple of Ghanaians who play alongside him who are fantastic. So it's a team that could go all the way this season. They're good enough to go and win the league, finish top, and to win the playoffs.
And in the Golden Boot race, well, we're looking at one of the contenders tonight, Thomas Enevoldsen, along with Guerra and Rios. Guerra and Enevoldsen with 12 goals apiece. Those are your leaders for the Golden Boot in the United Soccer League.
Very, very impressive stats there. And just got to say that Guerra's got his 12 in 20 games played. So maybe slightly better average than Enevoldsen, but still great performance by all three guys.
No goals for Enevoldsen tonight. 2 for Darwin Jones as Orange County leads Swope Park 2-1. We'll be back and get you ready for second half action in Irvine, California.
You're young, you're busy. We get that. You don't want to think about healthcare until you need it. But when you do need it, Hoag will make it easy by providing convenient, reliable care that's tailored to you. We're here when you need us, with same-day appointments at our Hoag Medical Group offices. Urgent care locations open 7 days a week. Hoag is here for you, and will continue to be here through every exciting twist and turn along your life's journey.
World-class goal from Orange County. Brilliant build-up play. And Orange County has struck again. Sedgwick's a chance to put Orange County in front, and he does.
What makes my famous brisket, chicken marinade, and punch so good? A lemon lime secret ingredient I'm never going to tell. 7-Up. Who's hungry? Do more with 7-Up.
Halftime tonight brought to you by Subaru Orange Coast. Orange County a 2-1 lead over the Swope Park Rangers. And you know, if you're going to do an Orange County game, Gary, you are going to see scoring, and usually from Orange County, especially when they're at home.
Yeah, fantastic record at home, and normally we see it from Thomas Enevoldsen. Wasn't to be this day. We had Darwin Jones stepping in for Mark Segbers and getting 2 goals. And the referee very impressed with Samantha Martinez. She's handled extremely well so far, but this is a shot early on from Chase Minter. And Casey Byers dealing with that. Then a setup here for Seaton. Ball rolls loose. It's picked up by Darwin Jones. He finds an angle, sticks it in the back of the net, and OC a 1-up. Here you see it from the goalkeeper's angle. Herrera just trying to stretch, goes through his legs. Not much the keeper can do. This time the keeper could have done more. Peter, definitely there question marks against Casey Byers. It's his side of the goals, and Felipe Hernandez gets it where the goalkeeper should be saving it.
That leveled the issue at 1 in our 19th minute. But again, more Darwin Jones, more offensive pressure from Orange County.
Seaton just trying to find Bierman. And Annie Volson was in the box as well. And then this time, the shot deflected off number 16, Graham Smith, giving Herrera very little time to react.
And Braden Cloutier very happy with that turn of events, and a 2-1 lead for Orange County through the first 45 minutes. Upcoming matches for Orange County. We talked about a very road-heavy schedule for them. It starts with a side that you like very much, at Phoenix Rising, at home to Las Vegas, at Timbers 2, home to Rio Grande Valley, and then another trip to the Pacific Northwest. Meanwhile, we talked about the home-heavy remainder schedule for the Rangers, and 4 of the next 5 will be on their home pitch.
Wow, that is great. I mean, it gives you a fantastic opportunity to, put some 3-pointers in the bag. Just, I guess they'll be hoping that they can get something out of tonight's match.
So Justin Bilyeu will start the second half. He returned after March knee surgery on Wednesday night. So he is in, and Parker Marr is out to start the second half. Bilyeu, a 24-year-old from St. Louis, Missouri, his first season with Swope Park. Played USL soccer for Red Bulls 2 in Rio Grande Valley last year. The first round selection of the Red Bulls in the 2016 draft.
I'm just wondering if that's tactical, whether they're going to play 3 at the back, or whether there was an injury to Parker Marr. So we'll see by how Swope line up when this game gets going.
And Annie Volson will kick it off. Swope Park has struggled when trailing at half. They have trailed at the half of 7 matches this year. They have lost 6 of them. Their only win when trailing at the interval was on the road. So they are hoping to repeat that bit of success. Hernandez, goal scorer from the first half for Swope Park, playing it forward. And a throw for Orange County. Orange County started second in the Western Conference with 38 points, 6 behind Salt Lake City. Nice through ball. There's Darwin Jones again. Quinn. Nifty move, but taken down by Silva. OC wants a foul. Whistle does not sound. We play on.
It's 14, who's down?
Hoyvelt playing it wide again to the feet of Jones. Jones. His attempted cross is blocked for an Orange County throw.
I just wonder if Bilyeu's in there to stop Jones from attacking, because maybe they feel Parker Marr didn't do enough to deal with the Jones issue, because Bilyeu has basically taken his place at left back, still playing 4 across the back. Maybe he's bigger and stronger, and they reckon he can stop Darwin Jones.
Saw Quinn. Arm appeared to be bothering him. And a corner kick for Orange County.
Now, we saw 2 corner kicks in the first half. Both went into the arms of Herrera in goals. So I'm assuming that they've learned from that. They're going to bend the ball either near post or away from the keeper.
The big one's corner kick, headed wide.
That's a much, much better corner there. The big central defender nearly getting on the end of that. Came in with pace, wasn't too close to the keeper. Right height. Nearly a good opportunity for OC. Good pressure from OC up front, forcing Swope into a mistake there.
I'd be interested to see if Swope changes their tactics defensively, or if they carry them over from the first half to the second.
Yeah, well, they're going to be under more pressure, I think, from Orange County. It looks like Orange County are pressing even higher than they were first half, which forces Swope Park Rangers back into a defensive pattern.
Annie Voltson. Takeaway for Swope Park. Hernandez plays it forward. Minter lets it fly and saved. Byers with a dive to his right.
Yeah, solid save from the keeper. Minter can hit the ball really, really well. It's one of his strengths. Doesn't quite catch it cleanly, but certainly makes the keeper work.
Minter, who played his collegiate soccer at Cal Poly State.
See, too easy for OC. Swope, as you said, are they going to play deep? The answer is yes, and that's why I think they've brought in Bellew there, as he can come in and win those high balls or stop Darwin Jones from getting possession.
Amico. Jones trying to weave his way, dispossessed by Matt Lewis of the Rangers. Headed out, and a throw for Swope Park. Get a look at Joe Amico out of Indianapolis, Indiana. He actually was with the Rangers last year and signed with Orange County this past February.
That's big Josh Hoyfeld there, 35 years of age, but what a career he's had. A career that I'm sure many players on this pitch would aspire to. Mentioned playing for Southampton and Celtic, Norwich, a couple of teams in Holland. Offside called way early.
Seaton's run mistimed.
So the referee just saying, look, when I blow the whistle, respond. You keep on going without listening to me and I'll book you. That's what she's saying. So yeah, it's Hoyfeld's experience is something the other players can learn from. I'm sure he chats in the locker room about some of the great games he's played in, and that's what you want as a young kid, to try and pick up from these stars who've played at a really high level.
Crossed, loose, cleared out by Darwin Jones.
It was a dangerous moment there for a second in that box. I thought if anyone from Swope gets on the end of that, that could be the equalizer.
Hernandez plays it back to Rebillon. Rebillon on the end of that. Alston in the process of taking it away, and a throw to Orange County. Rebillon, a native of Colombia.
Experienced player, 26 years of age. Don't see enough of him in that main striker role. Like to see him pushed up a little bit higher. Maybe they will do towards the end of the match.
Long ball forward, headed out. Barnathan taking to the air for Swope Park. And the Rangers will throw in. Be intriguing to watch as this match wears on. The fitness level of both played on Wednesday. Duke plays it wide.
Oh, good ball.
Amico. Amico onto it, to the edge of the 18. Centers it. Annie Voltson couldn't get enough on it. And an easy save for Herrera.
That's a good bit of play there from Orange County. What a wonderful crossfield pass that was to Amico. Annie Voltson just not quite able to get a good shot on target, but excellent play from Orange County. It just takes a deflection, nice and easy for Herrera to pick up. But at least they're, once again, creating opportunity to Orange County, which Swope Park Rangers are not doing.
This is Quinn trying to get a through ball to Darwin Jones, but can't accomplish that. Silva on the takeaway for Swope Park.
I guess the way Darwin Jones has played first half, you try and get him on the ball every available opportunity. He has been the star man in this game so far.
Easy coaching for Grayton Cloutier. Like, he's the man of the match to this point and in possession at the moment. Takeaway there by Minter, and he's taken down. Tough tackle by Duke, and we play on.
I wonder if Duke got hurt in that tackle. There was a big, strong, hard tackle. He's a tough guy. Look, he's limping a little bit. And he's carrying the broken nose. He's a sort of warrior you want in your side. And fights for everything.
And playing against his former club. Started every match for the Rangers last year.
Oh, yeah. Extra incentive always against an old club, just to show them just how much they miss you.
Scoring chances for Swope Park have been in short supply. Their only goal coming off a free kick. On a ball that, quite honestly, and you've referenced this, Gary, Casey Byers should have come up with.
Yeah, it's his side of the goal. It's one he has to save. I didn't see a deflection. So unless otherwise told, one has to put it down as a keeper error.
Offside again. Michael Seaton can make so many things happen. He was involved in creating the chance that ended up in the first Jones goal.
Yeah, he's a good striker. He's big, he's strong. You can get big strikers who are slow, and you can get quick strikers who are not big. Referee giving that as a foul.
Another tough tackle by Duke.
Yep.
That on Silva.
She's a good referee, Samantha Martinez. Doesn't take any trouble, tells the players exactly what is. I think she's excellent. He's saying he got the ball, but sometimes you can get the player and the ball. So let's have a look at it. It's easy for us to have a replay and try and get a closer to correct decision. Let's have a look. Look, he does win the ball, but his knee follows through and collides. I don't think he means any danger by it, but it can turn out to be a dangerous tackle. I'm quite happy with the referee's decision on that one.
And a big collision there as Seaton goes down. And a foul by Graham Smith.
At Seaton's pace, you were just talking about him a moment ago. He's big and he's quick. Makes him extremely difficult to manage. And Smith is laughing because, oh, he's got the yellow card. He couldn't afford to let Seaton get away. If he didn't get the ball, he had to get the man. So you could call it a good professional foul. I just wonder whether this free kick will cause any problems for the Swope defense. Let's have a look at it again. Seaton just accelerate. Yeah. Good professional foul. If you can't get the ball, you take the man out.
So Smith booked for yellow. Minter had been booked for yellow earlier in the match.
Now, Quinn's a good striker of the ball. So let's see what he can do with this. Blocked by the wall. That's the job the wall has to do. Block the ball, and they did it successfully. So Herrera will be relieved in goals that he didn't make the same error that Casey Byers made first half. Here it is again. Strikes it into the wall, gets blocked, and not much they can do with that.
Bierman dispossessed and played by Herrera.
Tricky bit of skill, but from Rebaillon, but didn't come off there. Look good.
I'm seeing more long balls being played by Orange County, particularly here in the second half. Tactical decision?
Could just be tired legs from playing midweek as well, but it's more Swope Park that worry me with the long ball, because they're not playing anything out in the ground through the middle. They're so deep that they just rely on whacking it long, and it just comes straight back and puts them under more pressure. And I think for OC, when they play it long, they've got a target man in Seaton, someone who can win the ball and knock it to one of his players. So I understand OC doing it. I just don't think it's working for Swope.
Saw some of the Orange County supporters tonight, the first annual Soccer and Brews Beer Fest. And I'm guessing a good time had by all. Jones. To win a corner.
Does well, doesn't he? Get the corner. Yeah, it sounds like a fun place to be on a Saturday night. How many beers did you say there were? Craft beers or something?
There were 20 different breweries.
Wow. Yeah. So let's see if they can put another good corner away from the goalkeeper, driven in.
The big one's corner kick. In swinger, headed away. Duke trying to track it down for OC. Hernandez back there trying to win the race, but a throw coming for Orange County. Just past the hour mark. Orange County struck first. Brought level in the 19th minute. And Darwin Jones just before halftime to bring us to our current score line of 2-1 in favor of Orange County. Trying to go, I'm not sure whether it was for Seaton or for Darwin Jones, and it ended up being to neither, but still possession to Orange County.
That's why I say the long ball from Orange County seems to bring them some reward, especially when it goes towards Seaton. Not so sure we can say the same for the long ball from Swope Park Rangers.
Duke, that pass off target, intended for Alston. Ooh! And Duke involved in another big collision. And the foul given to Rebaillon.
Just a throw in.
Throw in.
Yeah. Wherever Duke is, always seems to be a tackle of some sort. I'd much rather have him in my team than against me.
The type of fellow you want on your team, but you would hate to play against.
That's exactly it. Sometimes you just collide and it's not really a dangerous one. It's against, it's against Swope Park, if anything. Referee just says you've got the throw-in play on.
Jones, Ennivoldsen trying to sneak it through and then headed out. Was trying to hit Bierman. And again in the middle of the play, there's Michael Seaton.
If that had gone in the goal from Michael Seaton, that would have been one of the goals of the week, maybe even of the season, because it was hit from way out, it was hit high up, it was a quick one. He's so athletic, Seaton, but he just couldn't quite get the right connection on that one.
Quinn playing it long and down the wing. Bierman tries to keep it in. Seaton can't get to it. Herrera plays for the Rangers. There is a long ball. Minter. And then cleared out of danger.
Did well there, Minter. Lovely ball played in for him. I just wondered if he couldn't have had a shot on goal. Because he plays a pass that ends up going to nobody.
And with as few chances as Swope Park has generated, if you have a shot, you have to take it.
Yeah, grab it. You never know what might happen.
Quinn. Links with Jones. Wide to Seton. Seton retains possession, looking to turn. Duke. Duke top of the 18. Dispossessed. Quinn tracing. Hernandez. Duke battling for it. Ball won, and a shot high over the goal.
It's a poor shot. Once again, not making the keeper work. Enevoldsen, such a good player. And he knows he's got to, why not knock it on the ground? Give the goalkeeper something to do. It might just hit a tuft of grass. And when you knock it clean over the top, well, the goalkeeper's got nothing. He can just watch it go by. He doesn't have to even perform. A player of his ability, that's a poor shot from Enevoldsen.
Tied for league leadership with a dozen goals. Also has 4 assists. Bierman, handled by Herrera. Hey fans, be sure to stop by your favorite local supermarket and pick up some red shell miso dressing, sesame soy dressing, and teriyaki sauce today. It's great on salads, sandwiches, pastas, your favorite meats, and as a dipping sauce. So give it a try. More salad, please.
You keep mentioning those foods, you're going to make me hungry. You're talking about food, you're talking about the beer. Well, it's hard to focus on the football.
Just hang with me for a little bit longer. This has been a good one.
Yeah, it is. But at some point, Swope Park Rangers have to come out and do more. We've got to get points on the road. They seem to be still sitting a little bit deep for my liking.
Jones with a flick. Quinn. Orange County gets the throw past the 65-minute mark. Amico, another former Swope Park Ranger, with the throw. And the foul there.
Well, it's all too much. Is she a Swope Park Rangers fan?
I don't know. Her dad is an Anaheim Ducks fan. We know that.
Nice little crowd in the background, lots of spirit there. Orange County love seeing the fans come out and support and sing their songs. They create a wonderful vibe.
Drums have been going all throughout tonight.
It's almost a mixture of a British and a South American culture. The drums from South America, the singing from Britain. I love it. I think it's wonderful to watch. Look at them. Brilliant. Maybe it's the beer talking, but I still think it's fantastic.
You get some drumming, you get some dancing. And why not OC, one of the best sides in the United Soccer League. Hernandez settles, and that threw into no one in particular. Byers will handle it for Orange County.
At least a bit more positive from Swope there. They're trying to probe, they're trying to get the right ball to beat this OC defense.
Camilo Benitez will be summoned onto the pitch, and Chase Minter will go off.
Chase has been playing in that sort of wide left role of Hadji Barry. Not so sure he's naturally a wide player. Maybe more centre. I'm not even sure he's happy at coming off.
So Minter off, Benitez on, an 18-year-old Ecuadorian. He was raised in Ecuador, moved to Charlotte at the age of 13, and then moved to Kansas City to join the Sporting KC Academy.
There's so much wonderful talent coming through this league, the USL. Kids that come from all over the world who hopefully will play for the USA. but they come with that soccer culture, and yet they're bred in the USA with the strength and physical attributes. You put that together, you can create some world-class players. So it's a very exciting time to watch soccer in America.
Substitutions presented by Shire as Jones goes back to work. Quinn flaring it out, ball into the area but headed out, held in by Quinn but momentarily. Can the Rangers come up with some type of counterattack? Jones cutting in front of Benitez. But the Rangers retain possession. Benitez, and he's dispossessed.
Yeah, 20 minutes or so left in this match, and it's comfortable for Orange County. They're not under too much pressure. Look, they can play it out from the back. I just wonder at what point Swope Park Rangers really start throwing the pressure at OC. Maybe take a couple of risks. It's all too easy for OC at this moment in time. Nearly a good ball there for Joe Miko. Not quite.
Bill Yu and Seaton forces a throw, and we'll have a substitution. The substitution brought to you by Shire. Koji Hashimoto into the match, and he will replace Christian Duke. And the captain's armband goes on Quinn's arm. Hashimoto, 32 years of age. More than 180 appearances in Japan.
Well done to Duke there. Once again, you know, playing with a broken nose, getting stuck in, bossing that midfield, winning the 50-50s. Yeah, give him a pat on the back. He deserves it.
High work rate from Christian Duke. Amico, now Jones. As you see the shot totals.
It tells you everything, doesn't it? Because if you don't shoot, you don't score. So 11-3, Swope haven't done enough, and they've got 20 minutes or even less to change that.
Seaton with a pull down and a foul.
Let's have a look. Is it worthy of a yellow card? Nah, it's not really. You get a yellow card for a pull. That was just interlocking arms. So don't think it quite deserves the yellow. Why are you playing back? You're 2-1 down, Swope. You've got to stop pushing forward. Got to look wide. You've got to try and attack. Or maybe it's just good defensive pressing from OC.
Swope just trying to connect some dots here, get some passes completed and connected. There's a ball forward and easily volleyed out of the way. Played by Lewis, and now Hernandez, who has the lone Ranger goal of the evening.
Lone Ranger goal. Catchphrase. Well, they've got to get a second if they're to take anything away from this match. So take a few risks. Why not?
Their playoff lives depending on getting some results. Seton. Bierman had a run. Swope Park right now is in 8th. And depending on the outcome of the Fresno-Sacramento match, and assuming this result holds, by the time the final whistle sounds in the final match of the evening, Swope Park could be out of the top 8.
Yep, crucial game for them. Look, they do have 4 of the next 5 at home, and they have a very good home record, but even a point here just gives them something. It also, you know, gets them a bit more confidence. What is it, 5 winless? This becomes the 6th one if they do lose it. It's not a good run to have, but they can turn it around at home. It's the one thing they do have in their favor.
They have been very, very strong on their home pitch. And a substitution, Giovanni Ramos-Godoy will come in, and Mats Bierman will go out. This substitution brought to you by Shire.
Yeah, Gio Godoy is a good player. He creates opportunities. And when you can bring players like this off the bench, it shows you how strong OC is as a squad.
Godoy with 4 goals and 3 assists. Playing in familiar surroundings. He played his collegiate soccer at UC Irvine.
Number 19, Giovanni Ramos-Godoy.
15 minutes and change remaining. 2-1 was the scoreline at halftime, and it remains thus. Quinn.
Come on, Seton, you can see down the line. You shouldn't get caught offside there. Too good a player for that, surely.
And has been more than once tonight.
Yep, correct.
Mistimed runs.
But if this stays, it's a good win for Orange County, isn't it? It's a tough match away at Phoenix coming up. You want to make sure you get these 3 points.
Got a bit of promise here for Swope Park. Barnathan. Hernandez. And Quinn clears it away.
No final product. Shots on target is one of the best measurements for proper decent shots on target, that is a great measurement for whether you're likely to win a game or not. And so far, what is it, 3 shots on target in 76 minutes?
Very, very hard to win.
Very, exactly. Swope Park Rangers have to increase that number.
They only had 3 shots against Galaxy 2 on Wednesday night.
Wow. Wow, that tells a story. That, as a coach, you know that you're in trouble if you only have 3 shots on target.
Hernandez taken down. Hashimoto plays it back. Meanwhile, Orange County, Gary, I suspect, content just to play solid football, not take any wild chances. Darwin Jones crosses, intercepted. Enny Voltson to his feet. His shot is deflected out, and a corner coming for Orange County.
Well, they're more than happy to play this sort of football, and they're getting results with it. Darwin Jones on the ball. And have a look, Darwin Jones always causing problems. Gets that cross in, and Enny Voltson tries to get that shot on target. That's what Swope Park Rangers should be doing at the other end, and they're not. So maybe got to give credit to OC for not allowing them to.
The big one's corner kick. Away and punched out by the keeper.
Now,
counterattack, Swope Park.
what can you do, Swope Park? Show us.
Colton Storm is dispossessed by Amico. Orange County trying for its 12th win of the season and 6th on their home ground.
That's a poor ball to give away. Really is from Swope. They've got to do a lot better than that. Big keeper coming out, Chris Herrera, to deal with the situation, but maybe it's that lack of ability that Swope Park Rangers are showing. They don't have the skill to create the opportunities. You asked me that question early on. Why are they not scoring enough goals? Well, goals is about skill. It's not, it's not about tactics and technique as much as being able to stick the ball in the back of the net, get shots on target. That is one thing they have not done, Swope Park Rangers.
But as you know, Gary, things can change in the twinkling of an eye. There's still time left for Swope Park, and the sense of urgency has got to be high.
It has. We're seeing a little bit more. They're pushing up now. They are trying a little bit harder, but still keep losing possession to OC. It does seem as if OC are settling back and just going to play in the counter-attack now with Seaton up front. Look at the entire team now in their half. So they're employing the same tactics that Swope have employed for the majority of the game.
Hoyvelt onto it for Orange County. Byers plays it forward. Seaton there for OC.
Brilliant, well done. Look at that, holds the ball up. Oh, and as I'm giving him praise, he loses it. He did so well up until then.
Silva the takeaway. Amico back to play that long ball. Under 10 minutes plus stoppage time remaining for Swope Park. Is there an equalizer lurking out there? As we remind you, Saturday, August the 25th, Orange County Soccer Club is at home taking on Rio Grande Valley. It'll be a 7 o'clock kick military appreciation night at Championship Stadium, featuring a spectacular fireworks show. Tickets at orangecountysoccer.com/tickets or call 949-647-GOAL. Trying to get it to Hernandez, but the initial attempt blocked. Played forward, not able to make a connection with Benitez.
And offside anyway, so wasn't going to work out for Swope Park. But at least they're trying to push. And to see Orange County now in their final third defending is a complete turnaround from the first half. Referee once again, Samantha Martinez, doing really well today. Controlled the game, has made all the right decisions, hasn't allowed the players to chat back too often. Very impressed.
Wilson Harris getting loose as the final substitution for Swope Park.
He's a young kid, Wilson Harris. I think he's about 19 years of age, is he?
18.
18. Wow, what a great young talent. And let's see if his enthusiasm can spark Swope Park Rangers to life.
Harris with a couple of goals to his credit for the Rangers. Harris will come in.
Oh,
sliding attempt across the face of the goal.
That could have ended up anywhere, that ball. Unlucky for Swope. But those are the sort of balls you want in the box, the ones that just need someone to get a toe poke, and it's in the back of the net.
Shot from distance, handled easily by Byers.
Yep, wasn't a well-connected strike. Easy for the goalkeeper. Hasn't really been tested, has he, Casey Byers? And the only goal coming, from what I could see, was probably a goalkeeper error. So it doesn't say much for Swope going forward, does it?
Shots and quality chances have been in short supply for Swope tonight. Three shots for the match, only one in this half.
And sometimes we also want to know whether they're good shots or not, because a shot that barely makes the keeper work can't really be called a shot on target. There's the total shots, but if I was a coach, I'd be wanting to know how many decent shots were there on target, because that really tells you something.
No possibility here. And then good defensive work by Alston.
Great tackle. If you get that tackle wrong, it's a penalty. So excellent from Alston.
Wilson Harris will make his appearance. He will play his collegiate soccer at Louisville. So he is in and Barnathan is out for Swope Park.
Yeah, did a good defensive role in midfield, Barnathan. As mentioned earlier, has played centre-back as well. So a bit of a utility player. But now it's a case of, well, let's just throw on an extra striker and see what can happen. A good move, but with 5 minutes to go, could it have come a little bit earlier?
And Richard Chaplow in, Michael Seaton out. This substitution brought to you by Shire.
Seaton getting a round of applause from the fans, and rightly so. What a good player he is, and he really has caused problems. And he brings on some fresh legs, and Chaplow, someone who can just help them in the last 5 minutes, try and hold the ball up and be a threat to the Swope defenders.
33-year-old veteran from Accrington, England.
Well known for a very famous club called Accrington Stanley.
Also played with Burnley and West Bromwich Albion. 3.5 plus stoppage time remaining. Bilyeu, not much there, and Byers easily handles.
Yeah, it's a poor cross. The idea was good, get it into the box, but you need to bend it away from the keeper, give your strikers something to aim for. He won't be happy with that effort.
Orange County trying to extend to a 5-match unbeaten streak with multiple goals in all.
Could he be man of the match, do you reckon?
With a brace, I would say so.
What a first half he had. Wonderful for Darwin Jones. As we said, coming in for Segbers. He hasn't done as much second half, but I think that's because they've put Bilyeu on him and they've tried to stop him from being a threat.
Foul given is Colton Storm. I beg your pardon, Rebillon.
Yeah, takes a little bit of a knock there. Let's have a look at it again and see if there's much to it. Nah, the tackle was made and it just goes over the player, so no yellow card or anything similar. And down he goes again.
So possession is Swope Park. Only 4 goals in their last 6 matches. And they need one desperately here to pull out a point.
Yep, they certainly do. I just wonder if they couldn't have brought Wilson Harris on a little bit earlier. You play with 2 strikers up front, him and Rebaillon. It sends a signal to the team, look, we're going to attack. You do it with 5 minutes left. Here he is making a difference, but I just think those positive moves should come with 15 minutes to go. Give your team chance to get that goal that they desperately need.
Final moments of this one. 2 minutes of stoppage time. And there's Chaplow getting everybody organized, as a good veteran should.
Yep, bring some fresh energy on. If you're a veteran, you've only got the last 10 minutes to play. You've got enough energy for 10 minutes. Look at them still. Look at OC closing down in the opponent's half, not letting them get into their half. That's the way to defend a lead. You know, if Swope Park Rangers are stuck in their half for the remaining few minutes and they can't get the equalizer. Good play by OC.
Again, 2 minutes of stoppage time has been indicated. Stoppage time is presented by Synchronicity. Swope Park, unless something changes in stoppage time, will leave California with only 1 point in their carry-on bag. The 1-1 draw with Galaxy 2 on Wednesday night. Hashimoto by the corner flag, battling with Colton Storm. Corner flag may have gotten the worst of it.
Well, once again, OC doing a great job keeping the ball at the other end of the pitch. That's what a good professional does. And they're doing it extremely well, making it frustrating for Swope Park Rangers. They want to get on the ball, they want to get it down to the other end and get that equalizer, and they just can't at the moment.
So Big One's corner kick.
Keeping possession. That's clever play. So the seconds ticking away. What can they do, Swope Park? Last chance or so.
Headed away by Cronali. Pretty ball ahead. Annie Voltson is in the middle of the box, but the shot is punched away and saved. I was half expecting there to be a cross to Annie Voltson in the middle of the area.
Yep, good save from Chris Herrera.
Godoy wanted to take a lash at it, and why not?
But again, credit to OC, because they're making it impossible for Swope to attack. They're the ones doing the attacking. They're the ones keeping possession. And I think they deserve to win this game because they've dominated it, to be fair.
And all that's left is the final whistle. The only thing that Orange County did not get tonight was a Annie Voltson goal. Does not add to his league-leading total of 12, and there is full time in Orange County, a 2-1 win over Swope Park Rangers.
Yeah, a good win, well deserved in the end, I feel, and the fans feel that as well. Got the smoke up there, the orange smoke. There's the man of the match, got to be, surely, Darwin Jones.
Darwin
2 goals.
Had his imprint all over this game. The Big One's man of the match, Darwin Jones, 26 years of age. So dangerous anytime the ball got to his feet that it prompted a strong defensive reaction from Swope Park, and on a couple of occasions, not strong enough.
Yeah, Seaton here creating the initial problem. Darwin Jones from a very tight angle beats Herrera. Good finish, and that's a great strike, but Seaton initially causing the problems. Have a look at it from this angle. Keeper goes out through his legs, and a great finish there from Darwin Jones. That was for the first. This one a little bit lucky, gets a deflection off the big central defender Smith, and not much the keeper can do about it. But hey, when you're a striker, you'll take any and every goal.
And especially when you hit it with pace, good things can happen, and certainly did, particularly on that second goal.
It did, and that's why you've got to get shots on target, and Swope Park Rangers didn't do that. What was it in total? 3? I mean, they weren't even good, some of those strikes. So, you know, I always want to get strikers shooting, taking opportunities. You never know what happens, but at least you're being positive, and that's what Orange County were tonight, and why I'm quite comfortable that they walk away with all 3 points.
Full time, Orange County. A 2-1 victory over Swope Park. More on the way to recap this one.
At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you.
Orange County Soccer Club strengthening its hold on the second seed in the Western Conference playoff race with a thorough 2-1 victory over Swope Park Rangers. Pete Renica, Gary Bailey with you, and tonight's post-match highlights presented by Destination Irvine, and as you might expect, Mr. Jones figures prominently in those. This was a match really where Orange County had the pressure, had all the opportunities.
Well, this is the pressure you're talking about. Seaton on the ball, it rolls loose to the man you just mentioned. Darwin Jones from a tight angle gets it past Herrera, through Herrera's legs into the back of the net. But it came from that initial pressure in the box. This was a free kick. Got to be the goalkeeper to blame. He knows that he's lying there going, that's my side of the goal. I should have stopped Hernandez from hitting the back of the net with this. Goalkeeper won't be happy, but he gets away with a win. So they won't, you know, it's when you lose and you get to blame for a goal that people remind you. And this, the deflection, the other goal from Darwin Jones comes off Gordon Smith and it beats Herrera. So 2 goals for Jones.
Very good addition for Braden Cloutier and Orange County. Very, very happy with signing him. And you look at the final stats, 13-4 edge in shots. And actually, Swope Park had more on target than Orange County, but Orange County certainly made them count.
They did, and the shots on target that Swope Park Rangers had, 1 or 2 weren't even really shots. They just trickled into the keeper. But certainly I want to see a lot more from them. You can't have 4 shots in an entire match and hope to win it. 13 is a lot better. At least OC can say, okay, let's get more on target, but we had the shots. That's what you want to have. Offside, Michael Seaton, we said a few times too many. There's 7 offsides against OC. That's one area they can improve on, but they walk away with the 3 points, and that, as a coach, is what you want from OC. So second spot, looking good, scoring goals, and as you said, the only person who didn't was a top goal scorer in the leagues, Thomas, and Evolson, but maybe he'll get some next time.
Well, Orange County strengthens its hold on the 2nd seed. Meanwhile, Swope Park, they're going to have to go home and get things right, or otherwise they could fall out of the top 8.
Yeah, for the next 5 coming at home, that's crucial, and tighter in defense, more effort, more skill, more ingenuity around the box, and make the opposing goalkeeper work. That's got to be one of their mantras if they're going to stay in that top 8 position.
So for Swope Park, they will go home and they will face Portland on Saturday, next Saturday. 8 of their final 11 will be at home as they take on Timbers 2 next Saturday. Meanwhile, for Orange County, this might be one of the matches of the year as they take on Phoenix Rising in the Valley of the Sun.
Yeah, 2nd versus 3rd, and 2 great sides, and good players on both sides who can score, who can entertain. That's a match that, whether you're a fan of both sides or not, you've got to put in the calendar. Definitely worth watching.
So Orange County with the victory tonight, 2-1 over Swope Park. For Orange County, it is their 12th victory of the season and their 6th on their home pitch. Meanwhile, Swope Park falls to 9-8 with 6 draws. 2 goals tonight from Darwin Jones, who had been added to the roster in July after playing professional soccer in Sweden. 2 goals from him, the difference tonight. For Gary Bailey, I'm Pete Pranica. Thanks so much for watching. Orange County, 2-1 over Swope Park. Good night, everybody.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.